Hello, this is the D Tycoon Show. Community Unity Now. We're very thankful for Catherine Brown D Tycoon, Dr. Reverend Catherine Brown D Tycoon, for lending us the show. I'm co-host Bill Morton. I'm the president of the Rogers Park Chamber of Commerce, and I'm also running for 49th Ward Committeeman. The election is on March 17th, 2020. And our co-host is Trudy Leung, and she's behind the scenes right now. I have a feeling you'll see her a little bit later in this show. And she's a student at Northeastern Illinois University. She's a graduate of business degree. She's going for her master's in political science. And I'm very lucky and thankful to have her. She's instrumental in making things happen, and I really appreciate her being co-host and hosting the odds while I host the evens, or every other one we host. So I just wanted to get those thank yous together so that everybody understands what D Tycoon is all about. Here we go. This is the D Tycoon Show, Mayor D Tycoon. You can give her a call or shoot her an email. You can find her on Facebook as well, or look her up on the Facebook Mayor Tycoon. She ran for mayor last time around, and she believes that if you call yourself what you want to be, you believe it, you can be it. So Mayor Tycoon. So this is a great show. I want to highlight our monthly job fair as well. We're doing a lot of PSAs right now. So our monthly job fair, connect with local employers. Every month, it's the Rogers Park Chamber of Commerce Rogers Park Job Fair for everybody. Everybody. It's usually at the Rogers Park branch of the Chicago Public Library. It sometimes changes, so but it's usually from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And we've gotten a lot of people jobs there. For more information, contact the Rogers Park Chamber of Commerce, a 501c6 trade organization, 773-850-0049. All employers and job seekers are always welcome. And while we're at it, you can make a difference. You can serve as an election coordinator or election judge in Chicago. I think it's a very worthwhile job. I've done it before. I did it last time around, and that's part of what has given me some experience in the electoral process. Here we go. So March 17th, 2020, I mentioned that a little bit earlier, is the primary election. Make a difference, serve as an election coordinator or election judge in Chicago. It's there's Chicago, shypollworker.com. The number is really small, 312-269-7984. You want a job, you want to call 312-269-7984 or visit chicagoelections.gov. You want a job, you gotta call. You gotta get those jobs, you gotta call. Come to our job fair, make a difference as an election coordinator or election judge. There are a lot of jobs with the U.S. Census right now. It's coming up, so go check that out too. Google the U.S. Census. Next PSA, we got. We were part of the CAPS program, and we're part of a big community event. It's two big events every year. Robin Robinson is a part of it, and Myra Gomez is one of the coordinators, and Sergeant Sisk is there. It's really an amazing thing at Potawatomi Park and Warren Park, respectively, in Rogers Park and in West Ridge. And the 24th District Police Department asked us as the Rogers Park Chamber of Commerce to distribute this message. All right. Warning, package thieves are in the area. Keep your deliveries safe. Now, this is very, very prevalent in the 24th District, which is pretty big, but it includes Rogers Park and Westridge and Edgewater. Package theft is the number one most reported item with the 24th District. So we want to make sure that we're very aware of this. We've been distributing these laminated color flyers to small businesses, to large buildings like courtyard buildings to post in their windows and by their mailboxes, and we even got one up at Morse Station. They saw it was 24th District Police message, and they put it up in the station. So it's getting a lot of traction, and this shows have your packages delivered to your workplace or building for drop off or pickup. You can use your cell phone or to scan these QR codes when you see this actual laminated flyer, and then to link to the shipper's tracking website. So there you go. All right. Now we got through the PSAs. So the Rogers Park Chamber of Commerce is a 501c6 nonprofit trade organization. So that means that the Chamber of Commerce can both do nonprofit work and can also enter into the political realm. It's legal and is sanctioned by the IRS. We had to get permission to become a 501c6 with the IRS. And so it's pretty interesting. When we first formed the chamber, we've always been the Chamber of Commerce. We joined the U.S. Chamber to become the official Chamber of Commerce of Rogers Park. And then after that, it took a long time to become a 501c6 nonprofit organization. But now that we are, we're game for grants, specialized grants specifically for a Chamber of Commerce, and SSA funds, and also city funds. Here we go. Let's put on the D-Tycoon one more time. D-Tycoon. I can't use this. Come here. All right, and let's welcome, who I mentioned before, our co-host, the one and only Trudy Leong.
Well, it's always good to work with you, Bill. It's never enough time to work, and then there's so much to do. Running a Chamber of Commerce is a lot of work for 128 members.
Absolutely. Now we have a full board. I'm the president. Our vice president is Mark Finley of the Buy Black Alliance and Multifacet Network. Our treasurer is Carlos Juan Callan, and he is the marketing manager and regional manager of a very influential bank in our neighborhood and within Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and the city of Chicago. Our director is Bishop James Allen Wilkowski, and he's done so much for the nonprofits and for people who do good in our communities, including presenting the St. Joseph the Worker Award for those who are rarely acknowledged and do very good work with little acknowledgement in our community. And I'm a proud recipient of that award, along with many others, and it's really something. So, Trudy.
Yes, Bill.
Okay, let's talk about a little bit about what you do with the Wizard.
Okay. Well, at the Wizard, we always try to get community organizations to come in and describe what they're doing and how that work could also involve students and community. And we like to know how they started, such as with pride, Partners for Refugees in Illinois Disability Employment. Did I get that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we had some of the cohort members in, and of course Catherine, and just to describe the program, helping refugees with disabilities get employment. And then one of the cohort members is now in a graduate program for public health or social work, something like that. And then it took him a little bit to get into the program, a couple of months, but it's all about connecting people to get their opportunities. And who else did we interview before? There was a Hood Hope movement, and then there was C24/7 Father's Arms Ministries, one of our chamber members, and there are so many.
I enjoyed when you did Daniel Connolly. He's a musician, and he's doing a lot of local gigs in the Rogers Park area and otherwise. He does pottery shops, local bars and cafes, a Mexican restaurant along Morse Avenue. I've known him for years. He comes to a lot of our Rogers Park Chamber of Commerce events, and I try to come to the events that he goes to as well. He's got
Well, he's interested in helping immigrants with legal issues. So a lot of his songs, and there was one song that he actually composed that was to raise money for legal help for immigrants, the National Immigrant Justice Center.
First it was MALDEF. He worked with MALDEF, and then now he's working with the National Immigrant Justice Center with his song Across the Borderline. Is it Across the Borderline?
I think
it
so.
is.
Yes.
I think it is.
He performed it on Wizard. Maybe we should have him on our show in the future when we come back, and
I
then
think so.
And then have him perform for us.
I think so. That'd be great. And also, another great friend of mine, Jimmy Bennington. Jimmy Bennington, Color and Sound, and he performs annually at the Glenwood Avenue Arts Festival. He performs in Evanston. He performs in Rogers Park at all of the usual locations, and he's toured New York, and he's got, I don't know, 15, 20 albums out, I think. He's got a lot of albums out.
Well, you know him
And
longer than I.
And he works with all the greatest of the local players and some other people who are very, very well established and well known.
Yes. And there was How that came in?
Housing Opportunities for Women.
Yes. And let's see.
Housing Opportunities for Women is a great local organization. Rogers Park Chamber of Commerce member. When they joined, we had a nice opening ceremony at their location on Howard Street by Howard and Ashland, and it was like a little. I think it was cocktails, and then we had cheese and wine and cheese, and it was a nice mix of people in the neighborhood and people outside of the neighborhood, people who do good works with nonprofits, and if you get a chance to go inside of the Housing Opportunities for Women headquarters, it's really a beautiful office space, and it's located either in or right next to the Howard Theater building, across from Willie White Park, and it was really great. So let's talk about Wolfgang. Wolfgang.
Okay. Yes, that was a great show at the Willie B. White Park that we attended last Saturday, and it was about wheel gliding, wheel riding. What is it?
Jam.
Wheel jam.
Now these wheels. I wish I could show you the video or a photo. These wheels are like big wheels, and they're like double, and they've got handles. So you're on these wheels, and they're spinning on these wheels, and they're spinning like a little coin, like when you flip a coin. They're spinning all over the gym, and they had a beautiful Christmas performance. with a Christmas tree made out of wheels and a lot of spinning and there's this one woman who was dancing with a hoop, like just a regular metal hoop instead of a full wheel, and it was acrobatic, and
Yes,
she was
a
very
lot of-
well known.
Yes, and there were a lot of backflips and forward flips off the tall wheel. And how tall would you say the wheel is? About 4.5 feet?
Maybe taller.
Yes.
Maybe taller. So it was acrobatic, and what most people don't know about the wheel jam is that it is an actual sport. Maybe 8 years ago, when I was in the Willie White Park Advisory Council, maybe before I was elected vice president or president, when I was just a member of the council, we invited Wolfgang to have the gym. To train in the Willie White gym.
So he brought in the local kids to participate then.
He did.
Oh, nice.
He did, and he trained them to participate in the main tournament, which is in Europe or something, somewhere overseas, and I think they won some sort of award.
Oh, good.
And it was really good, and it's great to see him there because he's there all the time. And whenever we have an outdoor summer fest at Willie White Park, or whenever we have any kind of, he's been at Loyola. There's a space in Loyola where events happen. He's brought the wheels out there, and here's the story. I was. This was when I first met him. I didn't know he was going to do this, but you get to try the wheel. So I got on the wheel, and they have little things that hook to your feet, so you're not going to fall out as long as you hang on. And so I hung on, and he hooked up my feet, and he turned me upside down. And this was right in the lobby of the Willie White Fieldhouse, and it was during an event. So the alderman at the time was walking in, the whole Park Advisory Council, the regional park district supervisor, people from the community, and he flipped me upside down, and he started to have a conversation with somebody.
Oh, and you were still upside down.
While I was upside down. And I said, okay, Wolfgang, you can turn me around now, get me out of this thing. And he was just smiling so hard, and he just turned his head, and he was talking to somebody else. And my shirt came up, and so like my belly was out, and it was quite the experience.
And all the blood flowed to your head.
Yeah, the blood flowed to my head, which wasn't that bad. But I didn't expect to be upside down with
For how long?
with my shirt up. It seemed like forever, but it was probably only a couple minutes.
How did it feel to be right side up again? Much
Well,
better.
it felt much better. It felt much better, and I'm sure I had a little bit of sweat going on because he left me like
Well,
that.
you told me that the performers were very sweaty. It
They
takes
were.
a lot of concentration.
They were, and Wes Urey. I got to mention Wes. He's a friend of ours, and he's quite a character, a good guy. And I did a Facebook Live of this Christmas performance, and he says, "Oh, that's a danger. It seems like that's a very dangerous thing to do." And I agree. I mean, I wouldn't do the wheel acrobatics and gymnastics that they were doing. They're actually, because there's like these rails, and they're going in between the rails as the thing's rolling, and it takes a lot to do that. And I saw, because we were on the bleachers and they were coming right up to us, I saw that they had the sweat on their face, and their faces were red because they were upside down. And but they did the whole performance, and they only had little breaks in between some acts. And it was really something.
It was really nicely choreographed and nice little story.
And
Rudolph was lost.
Yes, Rudolph was lost, and the music was beautiful. It was really something. So
There was theatrics. Allegedly, the music stopped and the audience had to sing, but that was part of the plan.
that's part of the plan. Like the radio was like doing this song, and they went, and then Rudolph came out with this sign, sing, sing, sing. And then Trudy couldn't sing because she loves to sing. She couldn't sing because she was busy taking the video. So she didn't want to sing over the video. So, no, it was a beautiful thing. And
I'm glad I saw it because that was the first time I ever saw something like that. I never even heard of it.
right, right. It was wonderful. And Wolfgang came in to join the Rogers Park Chamber of Commerce. He visited us at the local art gallery where we have our office. And he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He also did it at Chase Park the day before. And that's outside of our neighborhood. And he's also has a third location somewhere near the Broadway Armory, but not the Broadway Armory.
Really?
So he's really making it happen, and I'm going to support him as much as I can, because I remember him back in the day when he was asking to use that gym, and he was telling us about his goals and his dream of doing the international competitions and having it based in Willie White Park. Of course, we said yes.
Of course, and then hopefully he'll get a lot of the local kids involved, and then that will be a very nice experience for them to train and to learn to be part of a theater and perform with music and perform in a drama. It's everything. So much, so many skills for the children to learn.
Absolutely. Now, I want to take this moment to highlight Ashley gave me a gift. If you guys were watching last week, Ashley gave me a gift, and here it is. I'll go into the overhead, and maybe you can explain what the gift is.
Okay. So Ashley last week spoke about the organization, nonprofit, Bullets for Life. And for every bullet taken off the street, they use a pull hammer or something like a.
They pull it.
It's a bullet puller. So it's put into a hammer like a tool, and the hammer is banged on a hard surface, and all the gunpowder comes out. So after that, they put a piece of paper inside the casing, and then have a little message inscribed inside, such as maybe a memorial, maybe scripture. But the kids that do it, that put together the bracelet, they realize the significance of what they are doing. So Ashley said that one of the little girls went back to her mama and said, "Mama, my life is worth more than a bullet."
That's right. That's right.
And that is very true.
Yeah, this bullet right here that I'm wearing represents a bullet taken off the street and a life saved. So I'm proud to wear this. Thank you so much to Ashley, Bullets for Life, for giving me this gift. And in our interview last week, she even said that Nancy Pelosi is wearing a Bullet for Life.
Yes.
Which is really impressive, which is really something. I'm going to have to watch these videos of Nancy Pelosi and see if she's actually wearing the bullet.
She likes red, so it's probably one of the more red bracelets.
Right, right. Now, I had to go to State of Illinois building and take care of some electoral business yesterday, so I didn't wear my Bullet for Life.
You have to go to the metal.
You got to go through the metal detector, and I didn't want to risk them taking away my bullet.
Oh.
So I purposely, I had a feeling, I didn't know, but I had a feeling I'd have to go upstairs to the 14th floor to visit our friends, and so I didn't wear the bullet. And I would suggest if you go to airports or something, maybe not. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's not.
Casing, we could explain it, but we don't want something as beautiful as that to be taken away.
No, certainly not. Somebody might have an idea, and so we're not going to do it. Wow, our time is almost up.
It is.
Oh my gosh. It's been amazing, guys. Our time is almost up. And let me just go ahead, do the overhead for a second, okay? And we're done. We're done. Thank you, everyone, for doing what you've done, calling in and doing the show. This is our last show for quite a while. And here you go, Trudy.
Okay.
And I just want to display our new signs. We're out of here. Boom! Bill Morton for 49th Ward Committeeman. These are the new
busy
signs. All right, thank you very much. And this is D Tycoon.
Community Unity Now.